directory that you have to put on the PC directory. The PC file.
All right, guys. So once you're logged into your SQL Server through Studio, you should have Object Explorer open. If you don't, click View Object Explorer, and then you're going to log in by clicking the plug. Click Connect. Okay, then your database folder shows up. I want you to right-click Databases and click on Restore Database. Right-click, and then click on Restore Database. Then we're going to get to this wizard, this Restore Database wizard. Give me a thumbs up if you're at the wizard.
Yeah, I'm like, it wasn't working for me.
All right. Once you're at the wizard, under Source, you're going to change it to Device.
So I'm just recording it.
Once you change it to Device, you're going to click this ellipses to browse. It's going to say, well, what backup device do you want? We have to add our file, so we're going to click Add. Then we're going to click on pvf.bak. Then we're going to hit OK about 5 more times. OK, 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 OK. Then if we expand databases, we should see PVF chilling right here. Now, I already know that half of you guys did not catch that, so I'm going to delete this. I'm going to do it again. Right-click on Databases. Click on Restore Database. Under Source, change it to Device, then click the Browse button that looks like 3 periods or an ellipses. Select Backup Device box pops up, click Add. This is the directory where we saved the pvf.bak file. Click OK once you've selected it. Click OK again. Click OK again. Click OK again. Now PVF shows up right here. Expand it. Expand tables. Here we go. Give me a thumbs up if you can see PVF the way I do in Object Explorer. 4 of you. 7, 8, 10. 10 of you out of 34. Not even a third. Any commentary? Anybody want to unmute and ask for help? Anybody want to tell me to slow down or repeat? Anybody want to say, no, Professor, we're good to go, keep moving forward?
Well, I'm having trouble on my end, Professor. Can I show my screen real quick?
Of course you can. Go ahead.
Okay.
Do I need to stop first, letting you?
No, you're fine. I'll just minimize that. So I got all those programs downloaded onto the backup, and the only thing that's popping up is the pvf.back.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
Let's go.
Sorry, is it not? Okay. There we go. So yeah, let's see. So like in the files, I got the PDF onto the SQL backup that you showed us, but the only thing that's showing up here is just the PDF.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Thank you.
Okay, you good?
That should be it.
Alright, cool. Alright guys, let's go ahead and right click on any table. Well, let's right click on the order table and hit select top 1000 rows on the order table. So this is what I like about SQL Server Management Studio is it kind of gives you some templates, like a select statement template on any table or query you pick on to give you the top 1000 rows. Okay, so let's just get rid of top 1000. What this does is it limits the results. There's not 1,000 records in this table, so it really does nothing. But if I were to do top 1, it should only return the first record of the table. Okay? But again, that's just part of the template. I want to delete that part. Now, in order to execute the query, you can hit F5 on your keyboard, or you can hit execute right here on your toolbar. Okay? So we just watched SQL Server Management Studio do our first select statement. Okay, but we could easily do the same thing by hand. So we'll type select okay, it's flashing red because I typed it wrong. I forgot an E. And then I'm going to do a wildcard, which is asterisk in Microsoft SQL Server. And then I'm going to need to specify where do you want to select from. And this is where I'm going to put in my table name, order. IntelliSense suggests which table I might be after, and I could just pick it from there. Now I'm going to execute, and I get the same results as the template gave me. Any questions so far? Because things are about to get more and more complicated. Okay, now I'm going to alias this. The reason I'm going to alias it is because if I wanted to specify an attribute from this table, especially if I introduce other tables that may have the same attribute name, it gets pretty tedious to have to keep typing out order _T every time I'm referencing the order table. To show you what I'm talking about, to grab the order ID, I would have to do order T dot order ID. Now I could just do order ID, but like I said, if you bring in another table that also has order ID, it forces you to call out which table are you talking about? And then I'd have to fully type it out. And again, that gets tedious. So instead I could say, I'm going to alias order as O. O for order. So now O is good enough. It knows I'm talking about the order table because that's the nickname or the alias I gave it. Are there any questions on that? Okay. Now I'm going to bring in the rest of the attributes of the order table. Order date, and then customer ID. Okay, I'm going to hit execute, and I again have the same results. Great. Now, let's pretend that the scope of today's query is to give the warehouse workers a list. That list is every product sold to every customer for the day so that they can ship the products to those customers. So I'm going to ask you guys as a class to answer a basic question. Is the data set that we see on our screen that we executed, is that enough for the warehouse crew? Yes or no? What do you guys think?
I think that's enough.
Do you think the warehouse crew knows where to send order ID 1001?
No.
Oh no.
And then what about 1001? 1001 is just the order number. It's not a product to ship, right?
Yeah.
So we need to add more info. And what other table has the info that we need? What do you guys think, based on the data model that we're looking at under tables? What do you guys think?
Professor, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Is there a way that we can see like the tables that we have?
Yeah, they're right here.
On the left side, okay.
And I do have an Irwin file for PBF, but I can't open Irwin anymore either. But it was just the model of all these tables. But based on what you guys have studied so far, what do you think? You can just throw out guesses too. Product, yeah, but does product, remember, there's a many-to-many relationship between order and product, right, class?
Order line.
Order line. Good job. All right. Now we're cooking. So let's join in to the order line table. Now I'm going to start doing joins. And I forgot to tell you about another file in files that you should download. And it's called VennDiagram1.pdf. I used to have this printed on my wall in my office because it's super useful. You guys have to figure out which join statement do I use? A left join, an inner join, an outer join? So really you got to think about what information are you after? We're after all of the line item detail from an order so that the crew at the warehouse can see what products were ordered, how many of each, which customers they go to, and where do those customers live so I can put the address on the package and send out the product. So if the first table that we joined into was order, and now we're going to join into order line to bring in product information, I want all of the order line item data